Hi everybody, it's Brannigan'sLaw 84 with another Dollar Tree haul video. The Dollar Trees just this week started getting in some new stock, and today my wife, my daughter and I, we went into town and we went to a P.F. Chang's. We hadn't been to this particular location, which is the only location near us, in about 2 years or so. And in that same plaza is a Barnes & Noble, which I'll get into another video, further into another video, because I did get some arrow titles there, and a Dollar Tree. So we went to the Dollar Tree, and sure enough, I found several boxes worth of titles. Now, what they're doing now, instead of just putting them out on in the what's in bin and in the electronics section, in the little shelves at the bottom, they've got some cardboard boxes that you can just tear the top off. And those I started going through, and I found a bunch of titles. I mean, it's crazy. I had heard of some of these titles showing up online. So without further ado, I'm going to start showing them. First up, we have TMNT. I have this on DVD, so I'm going to give away that DVD and just hang on to this Blu-ray. Excuse me. Inherent Vice. This one had been showing up only as a DVD and at the Dollar Tree, and now they've got the Blu-ray, so I decided to pick that one up. Speaking of DVDs, here's her. The last dump, I guess you can say, of Dollar Tree titles, I picked this one up on DVD, so I still haven't even watched it. So now I have this Blu-ray, so I'm just going to give that one away. Speaking of also DVDs, Burying the X, I found a Blu-ray of it, and one of my last videos, I showed that I had found the DVD. So I actually just watched that like a week or two ago. So I'm actually probably gonna hang on to that DVD, and I'm gonna keep this one as well. So it's a nice little upgrade for $1. The Tall Man. Now this one, I actually picked it up not that long ago. I've completely forgotten that I picked it up during one of the Big Lots sales that Big Lots had a few weeks back, where you could get most of their $3 titles for like $1 something. So now I have a spare copy of this one, so I guess I'm probably just gonna give this one away. The Neverending Story 2, $1 Million Baby. I was surprised to see this one. From what I'm understanding, Warner Brothers is dumping a lot of stock to both Big Lots, and Dollar General, and Dollar Tree, so to all three places. So it was really nice. I've only seen this film once, so I'm glad that I was able to pick it up for $1. The Gallows. Let me just make some room for this one. The Gallows, and it's not because this movie's special. Well, it's a piece of shit. That's really what it is. It is it's a gigantic turd. This is not a good movie. I saw it back in like 2016. I think I remember I rented the Blu-ray because I'd heard halfway decent things about it. I rented the Blu-ray from the Red Box, and then I saw this, and I'm just like, this movie sucks. But I figured I'd pick it up for $1. This is something that I could show friends and show them, how awful it is, and we can just laugh at it. Just much like one of my friends and I, we laugh at the 2013 remake of The Evil Dead, which that one has good effects, but it's not that great of a film either. I mean, a lot of people do think it's a good movie, but I'm not that crazy about it. But anyway, this is something that I picked up. It's not good, but I know I'm looking forward to watching it again, so I can just laugh at how awful it is. I heard the sequel's actually pretty good. That kind of falls in line with the Unfriended films. The first Unfriended film is not that great, and Unfriended 2 is actually a really good film. So, The Gallows, another film. And then some Canadian Blu-rays are finding their way into Dollar Trees. I mean, here's Killing Gunther. I picked this one up. I heard some time back, Arnold Schwarzenegger is only in it for like maybe like the last 30 minutes or something like that. But I figured, well, for $1, why not? I try not to pick up Canadian DVDs and Blu-rays, but I'm like, for $1, I'm not gonna complain. And The Hangman, this one I rented it earlier this year. I thought it was alright. Now both of these I have digital. This is Blu-ray digital at the top. Since they're Canadian DVDs, I'm just gonna go under the assumption that the digital will not work. But if I remember, and after I watch them in another video, I'll try to mention if the digital does indeed work. I know when I showed Yoga Hosers sometime back, when I picked that one up, I came with a digital, and that digital version had to only be redeemed through some special like streaming service that I guess that company owns or something. So it's not like you could go redeem it on Vudu or Movies anywhere. So anyway, 2 Canadian Blu-rays, Killing Gunther and The Hangman. They had some other Canadian Blu-rays that I did not pick up, and then another one that I picked up at a different location. which I'll get into in a minute. And let me get into the DVDs. The Mind's Eye. I contemplated not picking this up, and then I picked it up anyway because Hamilton Book has the Blu-ray for $5, but that's $5 plus the $4 shipping, which, you know, that's a flat rate. But I thought, well, you know, I'll just pick up the DVD for $1. Save myself some money. Uncaged, looks like a werewolf movie. Battle of the Undead. I mean, these movies I have not seen. This one, Mind's Eye, I have seen. These two I have not seen. Lovely Molly. I was like really surprised to see this one. I'm a fan of Eduardo Sanchez, not just the Blair Witch Project, but he also did a film that was really, really awesome called Altered. It came out in 2005, and it's only on DVD. Hasn't hit Blu-ray yet. So that one, it's if you really are looking for a really good alien invasion type film. It's very small. It's not even really alien invasion, but the fact that it just deals with like one alien and a bunch of guys that are trying to capture the alien. I mean, it's a really good and underrated film. I don't really hear it talked much about. This one's really good, and so is the Bigfoot movie that he did. I believe it's called Exists. That one's also only on DVD. So yeah, Exists is a really good film. That one's also found footage. So Lovely Molly, Werewolf Rising. Let me get these out of the way because they're starting to get pretty high there. Color Me Kubrick. Never saw this one, but heard about it. And a animated film, Justice League Doom. There were a lot of animated films of DC characters. And at this particular location I went to, this is the only one I picked up. I probably should have picked up more of them, but some of them I already own. So that's from one location. Now, this second location I went to, it's quite a bit of ways from where I live, just like this other one that we went to, but it's in the opposite direction. But it's the only one that's in that area. And when I went there, they didn't have, they had them all stacked up on, like these other films that I found them in the electronics section. These films I'm about to show you were in like right like on the shelves when you walk in. They were straight up right in front of the shelves, in front of the store, I guess you can call them. And the stock person was just putting them up. So here we have the Blu-rays. So we'll start with them. Thor, Tales of Asgard, Jack the Giant Slayer in 3D. So that never saw that one, but I mean a 3D Blu-ray for $1. Clean Skin, another Canadian Blu-ray. I've heard of Clean Skin before. I never saw it, but I figured to pick it up for $1. A National Lampoon movie. I didn't even think they were still making these. The Legend of Awesomus Maximus. Never heard of it before, but for $1, I picked it up. Now we have The Eye. I thought that this was like the actual original Region 1 Lionsgate release, and technically it's Region 1, but when I bought it, I didn't realize that this is the Canadian release. I thought it was just the regular old Lionsgate release. And I mean, it's still Lionsgate, but as you can see, it says Maple on there. So, I mean, this is a Canadian Blu-ray. But I remember when this movie came out, I heard so-so things about it. So I figured, why not? It was just $1. And here are the two titles that I think were standouts. Condemned. I rented this one on DVD, I want to say some months ago. Thought it was really good. Reminded me of a actually higher budget trauma movie. So it's pretty good. This one's also been turning up at Hamilton Book for like $3 or $4. So I was really happy to find it for $1. And St. Vincent. These were the only copies I found of these titles. Like even this one, like this was the only copy of St. Vincent at this location. Only copy of Condemned. And online, I don't even think I've heard this one mentioned. Neither same thing with The Eye. This is the only one I found of it. Only one I found of this one. Only one I found of this one. Only one I found of this one. And only one I found of this one. They had the ones that I was seeing multiple copies of at a lot of these locations were The Gallows, the TMNT one, Inherent Vice, Her. Those are the ones I was seeing multiple copies of. As far as DVDs, I found one other copy of Mind's Eye, multiple copies of Lovely Molly, Color Me Kubrick. The other location only had one copy of the Battle of the Undead, and I think of Uncaged as well. I did not see Hangman or Killing Gunther, this other one I went to. And let me get on to the DVDs. So here we have, almost dropped them there for a second. Frankenstein versus the Mummy. Panic Button Massacre at 30,000 feet. This one looked semi-interesting, so for $1, why not? This one they had multiple copies of. This was the only copy. Pray for Morning. I think this could be a found footage film. not too certain. I did kind of like seeing the Walmart sticker on there. This one they had multiple copies of. Behemoth, only copy I found of that one that looks like a Sci-Fi Channel movie. That's mostly why I picked it up. Never seen it. And The Last Survivors. This one's another one that was the only copy. Boy, I didn't notice this. Some of these are you can see they're dark sky titles. This one and the Frankenstein versus the Mummy are dark sky titles. So these are just two Dollar Trees that I went to. I'm planning on going to some other Dollar Trees tomorrow and maybe Monday as well. So I'm gonna see what those other Dollar Trees, if they have anything different. I mean, that's kind of the thrill whenever they have these dumps of Dollar Tree titles where you go to different locations, you tend to find some of the same ones, but you'll also find certain other titles. Like I'm hearing online that another Wolf Cop has been showing up. I mean, that's one, and there's a couple of other titles. That's like the one that like really like stood out to me that I have not seen yet. And this person mentioned they only had like one copy of it, and it was a Blu-ray. And I did get the DVD some time ago, and I really enjoyed it a lot. I saw it a few weeks ago, and I loved it. It was an awesome movie. Heard some not so great things about it, but it's really silly, and I really like that a lot about it. So that's it for today's Dollar Tree haul video. I hope everybody enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe to my channel and comment, and I will reply to your comments. And I'll see you all next time. Talk to y'all later.